Hi Violet, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. So I'm excited to talk to you today. I was at the Hollywood Critics' Choice Awards and I saw you there and I was like, I want to like tell her how much I love Megan, but I don't because I feel like I'm an adult. I don't want to talk like go up to her and be like, I love Megan, but I do. I think this movie is so much fun. Megan is my best friend. But for you, as you've done a lot of horror, you and your sister are the new horror queens. Uh, what is so much fun about this genre in particular and Megan as a movie that like made you kind of excited to be a part of it?
Well, I think Megan is just, it was like such a fun new idea, and I could not wait to be a part of it. And Megan is so lifelike. It was just so fun to be a part of that whole thing. And I think working on horror films, I love working on other films too, but working on horror films is just so fun because all the special effects, the scary music, the makeup, I think it's just really fun to be a part of a bunch of scary movies.
Yeah, and you mentioned other movies. I am a Yelena Belova fan, so this is huge for me because I love Yelena as a character. But all of your characters are like they all kind of have this little hope that they're like their lives, which aren't great, could be something really great and wonderful. And with Katie, it's a bit different because her happiness comes when she does get to have Megan as her friend.
Yeah.
And I know that there was an actress who was playing, and it was not just like a CGI doll. And so did you both, you and the younger actress playing Megan, work together to kind of make that relationship
I
exciting and like
I think we totally did because Amy Donald is so sweet. I love hanging with her so much. We're actually like really, really close in real life. I think it definitely helped with like some of the scenes. Since me and Megan are like best friends, it really helped that me and Amy were also best friends in real life because
mhm.
it made the scenes feel like I was just talking to Amy, like I was just talking to my best friend. But I think it definitely helped a lot with filming and everything like that.
And you get to be kind of kick ass at the end
Oh yeah, that was
because
like my favorite scene.
because I remember the first time I watched this movie, I was like, "Oh, Bruce is cool," and I forgot about Bruce. And then you and Katie comes in at the end and she says, "There's someone in our family we haven't introduced you to," and it was so much
I
fun
thought
to watch.
I was so happy because I felt like I think it was like it was definitely one of my favorite scenes for sure because I felt
Mhm.
like a superhero. It was really fun to film too. I loved that scene.
Well, so now technically you have two superheroes. You got
Yeah.
you got Yelena, you're two superheroes. Um, with this though, like Megan, it is very funny for I'm a millennial, and a lot of millennials, we there's music in this that like we knew when we were younger, like Toy Soldier by Eminem is in this movie, which I was not prepared for. But for you, like Megan is singing Titanium at you. And so how like did you have to learn kind of those references, or were you just kind of like, cool, this robot singing at me, I'm just gonna go with it?
No, it like totally hit me by surprise. I did not know she was gonna sing, but I actually thought it was like really fun. And like I love that Megan sings to me. I think it's so funny. And I love so much how the audience reacts to like when they're watching Megan and when they started singing. I loved their reaction so much. But no, the singing was totally a surprise for me. I was like, oh, that's cool. I love this robot though. I would totally want to Megan in real life. Besides like
The
that.
murder.
Yeah.
Would you so you mentioned the audience reactions. How has it been seeing people call like Megan their best friend and like just in genuine, oh my God, in general, how people have kind of clung to Megan as a movie and have made it all of our entire personalities?
I love it so much. I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of such an amazing, iconic film. And I just love that so many people like also love the Megan dance. Like it became so viral on TikTok. And I just love how viral it got. But yeah, I love that everyone's loving Megan so much. And I really like it when people like come up to me and recognize me and like they told me because like Megan like came out in the beginning of 2023 and they're like it was a great start for the new year. And I just love it when people say that to me. It makes me really happy.
The Megan dance is addicting. I did come home. My roommate does not like scary movies, and I came home was like, I need to explain Megan to you, and was doing the dance as I was explaining it. Because it's addicting, and you just end up
Yeah,
doing the Megan dance.
I love that dance.
Um, just when you're just like swaying back and forth. It is very kind of just fascinating to see how M3GAN plays not only with like the horror genre, but it is also a comedy. It is a
Oh yeah.
very, very funny movie. And I think that's what a lot of people weren't expecting when I don't know why, because the trailers didn't sell us anything different. Um, but it was shockingly funny. And so is that a fun genre for you to get to play in? Because like we said, we've seen you in action, we've seen you in horror, but like she's carrying her own in some of those scenes and she's playing the straight man to M3GAN singing at her and it works.
I think yeah, it was definitely really fun to be part of like kind of a horror and like a comedy at the same time. It was really fun and funny. And like in the theaters, people were laughing so hard. And I love that. I love that people were laughing. But yeah, I thought it was really funny. Like I love being a part of horror and comedy. I feel like those are like two really fun things to be a part of. I
Mhm.
got to do it all in one. And I think that was really fun.
When we now know that M3GAN 2.0, M3GAN, as many call her, 2.0 is coming. What we know of Katie and Gemma's story is that they kind of are like, we did it. M3GAN's gone. We've
Uh-huh.
succeeded.
Yeah.
What do you know and can tease, or what do you hope Katie gets to do in the second movie?
You know what? I actually don't know much about it yet. I have a little bit of a theory, but like, and I'm so excited to see what M3GAN does next, though. I feel like they're gonna add like maybe another iconic dance or something like that. I feel like that would be really fun. I feel like it's like M3GAN's signature thing to do. And like
Yeah.
I think that would be a really fun like add to the movie. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what Katie and Gemma and M3GAN do next. I think it'll be a really interesting movie.
Yeah, M3GAN has to do a dance and then murder someone
Oh,
with a paper cutter because
yeah.
that was the thing. Obviously, you are younger, so I'm assuming like sometimes this stuff might be scary, or you're just maybe immune to it at this point. You're like, I know horror,
I'm
scared
pretty
me.
sure I'm used to it because I did a very scary show, Haunting
Uh-huh.
Hill House, when I was 6. So I'm definitely used to it now because I've done like a pretty decent amount of horror movies.
Yeah, Haunting of Hill House was hard for many adults to watch. I struggled a little. I did a little bit of this watching it, but so it's fascinating. You're like, ah, it's fine. But it is also really sweet because you and the young man who plays your brother in Haunting of Hill House are both in the MCU. You both have kind of branched into bigger franchises and stuff. With M3GAN, she's now becoming her own franchise. What is like a genre or something that you haven't gotten to play with as a young actor that you do want to try and do?
I really want to be a part. Like me and my sister love watching murder mysteries together. Like we like to try and solve the clues together and like see
Oh,
who's
you're
right about
like
the murderer.
me.
So
This
I
is
think
great.
being part of like a murder mystery would be really fun. I feel like it probably won't happen right now because I'm still really little, but it would be so fun to do a murder mystery in the future, or just like a comedy would also be like really fun because both of those would be really fun to film.
You gotta just start campaigning Ryan Johnson right now. Be like, hi, there's two of us. We're sisters. We would like to be in a murder mystery. Thanks. The McGraw sisters. You can make us the detectives. I feel like that's a missed spot in the world is
Yeah,
two
yeah, for
kids
sure.
solving murders. I think it would work really well. As sort of a final question, obviously this is for M3GAN, aka M3GAN, unrated. And what do you hope audiences who love the regular version get to take away when they get to see the unrated cut?
Well, I know a lot of people like actually like all that like bloody gory stuff. So I feel like they're gonna like I I know this is gonna sound a little weird, but I feel like they're gonna like M3GAN even more because I don't know why, but I feel like like the fans are just gonna like, oh yes, M3GAN, get it. I think some people in the audience are actually cheering on M3GAN.
Oh, for
I
sure.
feel like that maybe I was a little bit too at some points, but I feel like a lot of people are gonna just want M3GAN as their friend even more.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. But I'm so excited. I can't wait to see where Katie goes in the second one. I can't wait to see the rest of your career. I think everything you do is so much fun. And I'm just like, yeah, she's great. I love Violet McGraw's career. It's so incredible. And thank you for talking with me today. I really
Yes, of
appreciate it.
course. Thank you so much for having me.